Now, everybody thinks retirement is so complicated. But Steve, the more I study retirement, the simpler and simpler and simpler it gets. In fact, let me make each of your retirements as simple as I can. The ultimate success of each of your retirements is going to depend on your answers to my next two questions. And I'm not going to ask you how big your 401k is or do you have a fancy house. You know why? Because the success of your retirement is not about your assets. It is not about your assets. Now, this is a paradigm shift. Because think about it, Steve. People have been taught their whole lives that their retirement is going to depend on this pile of money. And the bigger the pile, the better their retirement. But that's not true. Because your assets can be lost. They can be stolen. They can be swindled. They can be sued. They can be divorced. They can be decimated in a stock market crash or wiped out by long-term care. In fact, if you think about it, almost all of your assets are simply numbers on a piece of paper. Think about it. They're numbers on a piece of paper. Did you know for the rest of your life, there's only two things you're ever going to do with those numbers on that piece of paper? You're either going to spend that money or you're going to give that money. That's it. You're either going to spend it or you're going to give it. You're either going to give it when you're alive or more likely you're going to give it when you die. Because I got news for you, Steve. You don't get to take any of it with you. It's all going to stay down here. So the more you study retirement, it comes down to this. Where in the world can I put my money that'll give me the most amount of income that I can spend and spend and spend and spend and spend and spend and never run out? And what is the most efficient way for me to give money to others? And you know what you're going to find in the whole world? The place you can put your money that'll give you the most amount of income that you can spend and spend and spend and spend and spend and never run out is going to be some form of an annuity. And the most efficient way to give money to others is going to be some form of life insurance. These are not opinions. These are mathematical, scientific, and economic facts. So the ultimate success of your retirement is going to depend on your answers to these two questions. Question number one, how much guaranteed lifetime income do you have? Do you notice I didn't ask you, what was your return on your investment last year? Did you outperform the S&P 500? That will have very little to do with the success of your retirement. Far more important is how much guaranteed lifetime income do you have, and have you taken the key retirement risks off the table? Your answers to those two questions will determine the ultimate success of your retirement.